Welcome, architects and engineers. For years, we have scaled Kubernetes workloads based on CPU and memory utilization. However, in modern microservices, resource exhaustion is often a lagging indicator of performance issues. A system might be hitting its database connection limit or message queue ceiling while CPU remains low. To achieve true high availability and responsiveness, we must shift our scaling logic to reflect actual business value and application pressure. In this session, we will master the implementation of custom metrics, moving from simple resource-based scaling to intelligent event-driven elasticity. We will bridge the gap between application-level telemetry and the Kubernetes control plane, ensuring your infrastructure reacts to the metrics that actually matter for your end users.
To implement custom metrics, we first need to understand the Kubernetes metrics pipeline. By default, the metrics server provides resource metrics like CPU and memory via the metrics.k8s.io API. However, for custom metrics, we introduce a decoupled architecture. We use an extension API server that implements the custom.metrics.k8s.io or external.metrics.k8s.io endpoints. This allows the horizontal pod autoscaler, or HPA, to query external data sources as if they were native Kubernetes objects. This abstraction layer is what enables us to scale based on anything from Prometheus queries to cloud-native metrics like AWS CloudWatch or Azure Monitor without changing the core HPA control logic. Understanding the difference between metric types is crucial for architectural design. Resource metrics are the basics, CPU and memory. Custom metrics are associated with specific Kubernetes objects, such as requests per second for a particular pod or service. The most common way to implement custom metrics is via the Prometheus Adapter. Prometheus is already the industry standard for monitoring, so it makes sense to leverage its data for scaling. The adapter acts as a bridge. It runs a discovery process to find available metrics in Prometheus and then maps them to the Kubernetes API format. The configuration involves defining rules that tell the adapter how to query Prometheus, how to associate the results with Kubernetes resources like namespaces and pods, and how to expose them as metrics. This conversion process is the heart of a custom scaling solution, turning complex PromQL queries into simple integers that the HPA can act upon. Defining rules in the Prometheus adapter is where the logic lives. A rule typically consists of 4 parts: series query to find the data, resources to map labels to K8s objects, name to define the exposed metric name, and metrics query, which is the actual PromQL. For example, to scale on HTTP requests, you might query HTTP_requests_total. You then use template variables to ensure the HPA queries the specific pods rate. This allows for incredibly granular control. You aren't just scaling on a raw number, you are scaling on the rate of change over a specific window, such as a 2-minute moving average, providing stability and preventing rapid flapping. For the adapter to find your metrics, your applications must expose them correctly. This is usually done via a /metrics endpoint in Prometheus format. In a Kubernetes environment, we use service monitors or pod monitors to tell Prometheus where to scrape. The adapter then looks for these scraped metrics. A common pitfall is a mismatch in labels. If your Prometheus metric has a label called app name, but the adapter is looking for a Kubernetes namespace, the mapping will fail. Architects must enforce strict labeling standards across the organization to ensure that the metrics pipeline remains robust and that every service is discoverable by the autoscaling infrastructure. Once the metrics are available in the API, we define the horizontal pod autoscaler object. Unlike a standard HPA, we set the metrics type to pods or object. We specify the metric name we defined in our adapter rules and set a target average value. For instance, if we want to maintain 100 concurrent requests per pod, we set that as our target. The HPA controller will then periodically calculate the required replica count using the formula desired replicas equals the ceiling of current replicas multiplied by the ratio of current metric value to target metric value. This mathematical approach ensures predictable scaling behavior even under volatile load conditions. Rapid scaling can lead to thrashing or the thundering herd problem. Kubernetes 1.18 Plus introduced scaling policies to mitigate this. We can now define separate scale-up and scale-down behaviors. For example, we might want to scale up instantly when load spikes, but scale down gradually to avoid killing pods that might be needed again in a minute. The stabilization window seconds field is critical here. It tells the HPA to look back at the historical peak before making a downscaling decision. By fine-tuning these policies, senior engineers can ensure that the system remains stable and that resource churn is kept to an absolute minimum. Let's look at a real-world pattern: scaling workers based on a message queue. If you use RabbitMQ or Kafka, scaling on CPU is useless if the workers are I/O bound. Instead, we use the external metrics API to track queue length. If the queue grows beyond a certain threshold, it indicates that our workers cannot keep up. We implement an adapter, perhaps the CADA operator, which specializes in this. CADA can scale your deployment down to 0 when the queue is empty and rapidly scale up to hundreds of pods as messages flood in. This pattern is the gold standard for cost-efficient, high-throughput, asynchronous processing. As we conclude, remember that custom metrics are the foundation of intelligent infrastructure. While the Prometheus Adapter is powerful, modern architects are increasingly looking at CADA for its simplified syntax and vast library of scalars. Whether you are scaling based on Redis streams, AWS DynamoDB streams, or even custom SQL queries, the principles remain the same. Extract the metric, expose it via the API, and define stable scaling policies. By mastering these patterns, you ensure that your global systems are not just running on Kubernetes, but are actively harmonizing with the workloads they support. Thank you for joining this deep dive into custom metrics implementation.